Okay, we're back with more StarCraft Remastered. I'm in the cartooned mode. I now have Warcraft 2 under my belt, so I think I'm still going to be terrible at this, but I'm hoping that the terribleness goes down with each successive episode. Let's go ahead and find out. Definitely gotta get in the habit of setting game speed up and down. I think I can do this with a key in-game. Had some struggle with it before. Try numlock maybe. Yeah, okay. Works with numlock. Got it. So the notes I left to myself: go to hatchery, spawn units, make lots of Zerglings, rush the base in the northwest corner, be careful using air units, don't send Mutalisks through them, and this is the save I'm working from. And I think this is actually an expansion that I have up here, so keep going on Zerglings. Okay, I only have these two hatcheries at the moment. See if there's anything that I can be researching here. Fall of Carapace, faster Overlord movement. Don't really care about those. Missile attacks might be nice. Fire attacks up. Gotta protect the chrysalis on this map. Let me do myself a quick favor and double check the objectives. Protect the chrysalis, eliminate Terrans. Okay. Rout the enemy. Got it. There's other buildings that I should have as part of the tech tree that I don't have built right now. Feel free to let me know. I'm still kind of get a hang on those. Hatchery, extractors, plenty of overlords. Let me send my Zerglings out. Prepare to rush with them in a second here. About to finish off that crystal node. I think I need more overlords at the moment. Should be okay. Okay. Enemies are northwest. Let me save while I'm knowing what I'm doing here. Two hatcheries are fine. Third would be aggressive.
All forces are under attack.
Alright, so maybe Zerglings aren't gonna cut it. Need aerial units to deal with those guys. Back them up here then. I should be able to defend pretty well though. So the problem with Mutalisks is that they get pretty wrecked by enemy turrets, right? What's my best anti-turret unit as Zerg? Let's see. Scourge are like exploding units, right? I ended up doing some decent work with those with the dwarves and Warcraft 2. Try those guys. Hydras. Yeah, I love the cartoon Zerg. This whole art style is great. It's much cleaner and easier for me to distinguish things compared to the default style. Let's do Hydralisks, you think? So these guys, just by clicking a unit, will go and explode themselves on the air units. I don't think I've used them yet, so I'm gonna give it a try. I feel slightly more confident about trying with these guys than I probably did in the last episode after playing Warcraft 2. Probably don't need to send a whole army out. Oh, do they only blow up on air units? They can't touch ground units at all? That includes able to attack target. Okay.
Our forces are under attack.
Probably don't need to send all of them then. Can they work as defensive units? Will they, like, if a air unit comes by, will they auto-suicide if it's within their aggro range? It'd be good for me to play around with those and try to get a feel of it.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Probably need a few more of them than that, but... Siege tank. No dice, team. Hey, Serp, how you doing? Why don't you all just hover there for now? Is there any reason to have multiple layers? It's not done yet. Let's try sending these guys over. I've been there.
Forces are under attack.
Something just came and attacked them, that's okay. Oh, the little happy Hydralisk in the corner, that's wonderful. They can both hit 2 Scourge, will take out any air unit other than a battle cruiser. Okay.
Our forces are under attack.
I feel like I don't know how to push through their entrenched position. I was the entrencher. I feel like you have to be a lot more aggressive as Zerg. So they have a really, really great defensive position there. Are there like new units that I haven't had access to yet that might help here? So I got Mutalisks, Hydralisks, Scourge, Overlords, Zerglings. That's about it. Don't really know where I should be throwing points here. Probably some more upgrades of the evolution chamber would help. Yeah, here you sir. I used to work 3rd shift and I always had that problem over the weekend and transitioning back to normal work. Overlords? Really, I thought they were just like supply. Do I need to build more to have more supply, or can they do something helpful for me for taking out their units? Where? Oh, so it lets you transport, so you could like fill them up with Zerglings and then dump them somewhere? Okay. Thought they were mostly just vision and supply, but that makes a lot of sense. And I guess they get access to that quite a bit earlier than human units get their transports. Let's see if Zerglings are going to cut it then. I'll do some more, because I got a bunch of extra supply here. So that's a reason to get the lair, is to get that tech option. Turn up the speed here. And in that case, I probably want to get my overload movement speed up quite a bit too, huh? Wow, it's pretty ridiculous how many Zerglings you can have. I didn't really appreciate it. I knew that it was, you know, quantity over quality, but I don't think I really understood how significant that was. So what's the use case for Hydralisks? It's, they seem to be pretty hard countered by turrets of any kind. Are they really good if there are no turrets getting in your way or something? Probably should leave some Zerglings to defend this guy in case there's anything nearby. Oh, is there some kind of invisible unit attacking me? No, okay.
All forces are under attack.
That went well. This evolution chamber. Whoa! That's bad.
Forces are under attack.
Leave my workers alone, assholes. I probably overdid it. I didn't need to send that many Scourge over here. Now, will some of them, if you send all of them to attack, can too many of them blow up by mistake? Or will, like, the first two blow up, kill the thing, and the other ones won't do anything stupid after that? Okay, let's do faster movement, carapace. Attacks. I don't think I have a really good gas sink, unfortunately. No, that sucks them up pretty easily. There's a couple to AI stupidity. Okay.
All forces are under attack.
Fair. Probably gonna wait here until I have the faster movements. Now, am I gonna have a way to like quickly have them dump all their units? There it is. Cool. Wasn't too bad. Have them all just go ham without me having to micro them too much. Make sure I got everybody here. I think I do. Okay. Oh yeah, that speed increase is significant. Okay. Unload all.
All forces are under attack.
They're more or less going for it there. Oh, and it takes a while for them to all unload. Okay. Gotcha. They don't just all pop out immediately like they do in Warcraft 2. Gotcha. The units are close enough, they're gonna go fight if they can, it looks like. Probably better to try to send them all out to attack at once in the future. Yeah, 'cause I think these siege tanks are fucking my shit up when I try to do this if I don't have them all go in at once. I'm gonna try that again. Let's see how many I can pop out here.
All forces are under attack.
going better, it looks like.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, I think they're all unloaded. Perfect. Nice. Okay, they still got a decent number of tanks remaining. So many of these guys I can dump up here to help. So I know that they're done unloading if that icon disappears in the corner. Okay. Missile attacks, pretty good. God, they've got a ridiculous number of tanks over here. Hopefully I can get enough units to win. I'm a little nervous. Got close to my max evolutions here. Lists aren't great, slightly sooner in the tech tree than Terran or Protoss. All their attacks have a chain lightning effect, making them effective in horde versus horde combat. I see. Guys are depleted. This feels like it's potentially a get good mission. A lot that can go wrong. Help with this geyser, please, although I think I'm okay. Yeah, running out of minerals isn't gonna be my problem here, it looks like. Hey Andrea, happy birthday.
Thank you. Are you losing?
Yeah, probably.
Hey!
I'm bad at StarCraft, as you well know.
I am a taco today because Dylan got me a cheesy gordita crunch.
The ultimate
Costume.
Halloween costume.
Thanks, Ravana.
Require more minerals.
Minerals are a big problem now. Okay. Probably end up making too many drones. I don't think I've seen any other expansions.
Thanks, Curry.
Very.
Curie. I am a taco. I am a taco.
Damn right you're a taco.
I am a taco. Hey, 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 hey.
People would do well to remember that.
Oh, is it? It's lettuce. Yeah. It's green, so the.
Pretty funny.
Thanks,
It's very
Bruce.
silly. Guess most of these are full now, right? Which ones are not? Playing the cartooned mode, it's easier for me to see what's going on, but you can look at the cute little
Yeah, I like this a lot better.
icons on the bottom. Happy little drone, happy little overlords. Very cute. Okay, let's see how this goes with all of these units. Make another save. I'm probably gonna have to either restart this map or step back due to lack of resources.
Yay, Taco Bell! Thanks, Kami.
Got a little bit more room to unload units here. Get them, guys.
Our forces are under attack.
Trying to kill these humans. I'm the Zerg, which are basically like Starship Troopers, aliens. Yeah, I just don't know how to get past their siege tanks.
Oh Food effects! You tried Taco Bell? Nice. Nice. Yeah, their soft tacos are solid. I usually get at least one of them and then something, you know, a little more complicated. When you're feeling ready, I highly recommend a Crunchwrap Supreme and or Cheesy Gordita Crunch, which is what I am right now.
Let me sneak around and see if I can find another expansion, because I'm really concerned about lack of resources. I guess I can send the Scourge in. Siege tanks, not attack air units. Yeah, I don't see any other crystals for me to mine.
Yeah, I always get my crunch wraps without sour cream or tomatoes. I just like the nacho cheese. So...
Let me try to take out some of their base units here.
Dude, I have mad respect for Del Taco because they do Beyond Meat, right? I think that's true. And Taco Bell was like, no, we have other vegetarian options. We don't have to do, you know, Beyond Burger meat. It's a mistake.
No, I see the chain lightning effect there. Okay. So maybe if I had enough of those to help, that might make a difference. The lack of minerals is definitely going to be a problem. 2 probably ain't gonna cut it. See if I can distract the ground units with my ground units. It seems to be working.
I'm a big fan of Beyond Burgers. Every time there's one in Blue Apron, we always get it.
Alright, so I
They're
think
really good.
that is the use case for Mutalisks, it looks like. The main reason you want them is to take out siege tanks in this matchup. So I think I'm going to try to hold out a little bit longer to get some more Mutalisks.
So is this cartoon mode new?
Ish, yeah. I would have played with it from the beginning if it had always been available, because I really like it.
We require more minerals.
It's a lot easier for me to parse what's going on. I also like the cute little portraits in the bottom. Look at the cute little Zergling.
Aw.
He's adorable.
Looks like a penis.
That does look like a penis.
Our forces are under attack.
Where are our forces under attack? Yes, yes. I think all these guys are full up-ish on units. Probably since I'm pushing here, I don't need all these guards.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, fuck. Well, this is bad. Yeah, this is official.
So can we just talk about how the executives at Taco Bell got together in a meeting and they were like, let's brainstorm stuff we can sell on our store. And there was like an intern or something that's like, I know, people, you know what people want? You know what the people want? They want to be a cheesy gordita crunch.
They don't just want a cheesy gordita crunch.
No, they don't want it. They don't just want to eat one. They want to be one, become one with the cheesy gordita crunch.
Peter coming from
And everyone was like, that's
Best thing could happen. Brilliant.
it. Let's make
Genius.
picture this in bulk and put it on our store.
Where's my... Can Mutalisks attack air units, or are they ground only? I guess that answers that question.
Why'd you be the only person who bought one in the whole world?
No, it's me buying Taco Bell merchandise for Andrea. It's like that scene in The Simpsons with the hot dog vendor. Like, how are you always here? And he's like, lady, he's putting my kids through college.
I love me my Taco Bell. as you know, apparently this is part of my identity. Funny story, and I probably already told this, but we used to go to a Taco Bell in Santa Fe because that was the closest one. It was like 45 minutes away. But then they built a Taco Bell in Pewaukee, which is only 20 minutes away. Still a little long for some people to go to Taco Bell, but not me because I love Taco Bell. But the number of people who drove past it while it was being constructed once the sign was up, who told me about it, they're like, "Oh my God, Andrea!
Andrea's identity.
Did you know about this Taco Bell?"
Likes Taco Bell.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, I've already been."
Please.
Please.
Don't insult me.
I know, right? It's Demolition Man. That's my utopia. Like you said.
Come on, Hydralisks. Fuck them up.
They weren't ambitious.
Better than that next time.
Should come with a hat. Like a mild sauce hat? Oh, man.
Alright, team, we gotta go dump these. Let me make a save. Maybe them coming out with their tanks is gonna make this a bit of an easier...
Did they have other costumes, Dylan?
They did.
Yeah? Okay.
They didn't have a crunch wrap. I would
No,
have...
I mean, I'm in on cheesy gordita crunches these days, so... But did they have like a Mexican what were the other options?
Check
like
their website. Taco Bell
soft
shop.
taco, crunchy taco, chalupa maybe, burrito. Do they have a burrito? They must have a burrito.
You can check Taco Bell shop. I don't actually remember this with I just know they didn't have the crunch wrap. That's a classic Andrea option.
Yeah, Crunchwrap is nice because even though they can't advertise this probably anymore, it was designed so that you could eat it while driving. I don't actually know if that's a fact, but they used to market it that way, right?
Oh, I don't know. Did they?
I think so. In the 90s, they're like, yeah, you can eat a Crunchwrap. If you get like a sandwich from Subway, it just falls apart all over your lap, but a Crunchwrap is all in.
Units might be a problem.
But yeah, so like driving back from Albuquerque, when I come back in the airport, I can get a Crunchwrap and just eat it on the highway.
Because I'm out of units and I'm out of crystals, and they still have a lot of.
So you're losing.
Yeah. So
Bad.
Right. I assume that's multiplayer strats and not campaign strats coming. I've tried using just sending a bajillion Zerglings in there with the siege tanks, but they don't seem to be super great. I haven't seen any other flying units nearby.
Well, that guy got wrecked. Was that like a spy or something?
Probably gonna have to reload this map, or at least step back to the beginning of the episode. This hasn't been great. No, it's just not gonna cut it. Wait, would it make more sense to drop them closer? I assumed if I went too close that the overlords would get destroyed before they could drop anything. Let's try going back to 10. Start doing mutas. The overlords tankier than I probably think they are, then? Really? Okay, keep that in mind. Did not realize that. We'll give this a try closer this time. Okay, I can see how that's working better.
Our forces are under attack.
It's just being overwhelmed immediately makes a pretty big difference as to whether the thing they land on can kill them. Wow, that's ridiculous how huge of a difference that made. Thanks for the tip.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, well then. That went pretty well. Min-range when in siege mode also.
Evolution complete.
Alright, I was still working on evolution at this time. Don't think I have any other upgrades available here. Other than that one. Maybe a better carapace might make a difference for when I actually try to launch in at them. I've got all the Mutilis upgrades I'm going to get for a while. Look how happy he is. Minerals burning up. Two packed overlords.
Oh, look, you did something right.
Funny, Andrea. Okay, so now I know overlords are tanky. Run in, drop on top of them. You can get way more kills than dropping from far away. I was really just trying to protect them. I was worried that they were going to get like insta-jibbed if I didn't do it that way. I think that's my one Hydralisk. Okay. Zerglings are dirt cheap. May as well get more of them. Okay. Just because they're so tanky? Sure. Oh, hey, I got a few Zerglings down here that survived that. That's bad. So we want to drop here, right on top of the tanks. Send all these Mutilisks up there to try to help.
Our forces are under attack.
This is going way better. Well, I really need them to fight units that are dangerous here. You guys can get out of dodge. You guys go help up here, please. Got the turret. Yeah, wow. That's such a small change in strategy. Like it's
Understanding that they're tanky.
Well, yeah, because like before I was dropping all the units and I'd have this big army of units where they would all die before they could get close enough to do damage. But by dropping them right on top of the tank, they just fucking destroy it. And it's like, I think with Zerg, every second they're alive matters, which is maybe the opposite of the way Protoss works. Or if they can kill an enemy a second earlier, that's the difference between victory and defeat in a lot of cases.
Evolution complete.
Yeah, that makes sense, Saki. Also going from Warcraft 2, where that kind of strategy of deploy your units as far away from danger as possible probably taught me the wrong message there. Poor little SCV over here. He's not going to be alive much longer. So I can see mutas are pretty strong then, just as long as they're not getting nuked really quickly. So I have some orphan buildings up here that I have to destroy. Love the little portraits in the bottom right.
Locate the chrysalis to a more secure location. Dagoth shall deal with the remaining Terran forces.
Victorious!
Hey!
Such a small change. I love this picture. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the tip. That was very helpful. I love the movie theater with the cutscenes.
Is it like propaganda?
Well, these are actual in-game cutscenes, but they obviously didn't redo them in cartoon mode, so they have the people in cartoon mode watching the cutscene in like a cute little... That's what the Zerg are supposed to look like. Let me add that to my general StarCraft notes. Kerrigan's already been captured by now, right?
Seraphims, be warned. While Dagoth is occupied with the forces of the Dominion, the emanations of the chrysalis have called even more of our enemies to Char.
These too shall be eradicated by your hand, Cerebrate. For you grow more cunning with each passing battle. Indeed, you are a testament to my will and the fury of the Swarm. Yet first must you stay your wrath and watch over the chrysalis a while longer. For the very hour of the Sleeper's rebirth is at hand, and soon my greatest creation shall be loosed.
Hooray! Well, that happened during the Terran missions, and the Zerg missions take place somewhat overlapping with that. Because we didn't encounter Zerg Kerrigan and Terran. You've seen Sarah Kerrigan as a Zerg in The Office.
Okay.
Dwight dresses up as her
Okay.
for Halloween.
That seems like something Dwight would do.
Zerg Queen's ability to infest a severely damaged Terran command center. Once infested, the command center is now a Zerg structure capable of building infested Terrans that explode when attacking. Whoa, that's new. Protoss seems like what I would go for. It's the kind of strategy I've most gotten on. Oh, look at the little queens!
The penis things?
No, these
Or
things.
the bat things?
But this is the chrysalis that I have to protect.
All right. All crews stay frosty and keep your eyes peeled for our target.
I don't know if I can really take that whole cartoon seriously.
Not only are we up against the Zerg here,
Totally
but our
can.
old pal General Duke may be creeping around too. Let's hope
They
this
should
kid
have
wasn't a
really,
big
like,
mistake.
gotten new voice acting for the cartoons.
So does that queen's infesting thing, does the building have to already be almost destroyed? It doesn't make sense to like do that immediately, I assume, right? We gotta get drones here. We do have some to start with. Building has to be in red HP. Is it a particularly strong effect? Sunken colony, spore colony. We got a bunch of stuff to build here. It's usually worth having a second hatchery right away, too, right? If I recall correctly. So like you get these little spawnlings around your hatchery, and then you can turn the hatchery, you can turn those spawnlings into different units.
Okay.
So like I'm making drones that can harvest things. Let's do... What's fun is that the drones actually turn into your new buildings, which is pretty different.
Require more minerals.
Pretty potent. Early attack. Leave me alone. Alright. Overlords, sure. Infested Terrans are insanely powerful suicide bombers. And I guess once you've infested their building like that, they're already close enough that they should be able to go bomb on their own without needing to be microed. I suppose. Overlords. Chill up here. It's generally 3 drones per gas location, and then lots for minerals. Oh, once you take over it, you have to build them. Okay, I thought it just popped out a bunch of units for free or something. Gotcha. I need 500 to make another hatchery. Rude. Did the queens do anything other than infest? Spawn broodlings and snare parasite. Interesting.
Our forces are under attack.
So I'm looking at the other costumes, and I'm really glad he didn't get me one of the like sexy sauce dresses.
Oh no.
They're like, ooh, I'm gonna be sexy fire sauce.
No, I didn't think that.
Like, no. You know what Andrea is? She's a fucking cheesy gordita crunch.
Damn straight. Figured the fact that it's low effort and it's just a tunic.
Yeah, it's so comfortable.
Oh, this is bad. I didn't think I was gonna get attacked this aggressively.
Back to school. Oh, there's a backpack. Oh, and a patch.
Is that the queens doing that? Shooting those spikes out of the ground? Yeah, that might be a little bit too much micro for me at the moment, but I'll keep it in mind that that's an option. What was the... Was that a turret that was doing that before then? You make a spawning pool first, okay.
Yeah, you chose the best costume.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Try. Do one of them go over here. You go be a spawning pool. You keep helping up here.
I'm not really a like sexy Halloween costume person. I feel like I got that out of my system in college.
Oh, I see. Are those like land units versus air units? The spore versus sunken?
In college, they used to have this party at Halloween called Nod, Night of Decadence, and the whole point of the party was to show up in your underwear. So I remember one year I took like there was like a shirt that went down to like your hips that I found in Target. It was like a peasant shirt, and I cut it so that it was a little, you know, like top, and then I used the rest of it for my skirt. So I made a t-shirt into an outfit. That was a night in Nottingham. Raise your stiffest arrow. It's also nautical adventure.
So glad I didn't go to undergrad.
Naughty by nature. This was a superhero.
Can my drones repair buildings here? Oh, I see. They're like pumping into the ground to send the little spikes up. That's really cool. It's a cool animation for the cartoon mode. You can see that that one's in trouble right now. Gotta get Zerglings urgently. Buildings just naturally regenerate if left alone. Okay, that's cool.
What's the green shit?
That's a spawning pool.
Oh, I thought it was toxic waste.
It is toxic waste, I think.
Things spawn in it?
Lets me grow Zerglings. These little cute baby guys, right? I desperately need them to defend my base.
Are they ones that suck the things up into their vagina and then spit them out later?
Zerglings?
Oh, I was talking about these guys.
Yes, that's correct.
Right,
Those are
suck things up
overlords.
into their vagina and then spit them out later.
That's one way to think of it. I see, it's regenerating down here. Okay, that's cool. So the natural turrets they start you with make a pretty good difference.
Do not allow any Terrans near it.
Chrysalis is opening. Don't allow Terrans near it. Okay. Protect the chrysalis until it's ready to hatch. Oh, I didn't realize that this was such a low, defensively focused mission. It's good to know. So we want to do spawning pool evolution chamber. Seems good. And let's do a Hydralisk 10. Hey!
Arise, my daughter. Arise, Kerrigan.
Hey! She's a human that got captured and turned into a Zerg.
Let all who oppose the Overmind feel the wrath of the Swarm.
That's cool.
Surrogate, what I have wrought this day shall be the undoing of my enemies. Let not a Terran survive.
Kind of like how when a xenomorph impregnates you, it makes something that looks like you. So if it impregnates a human, it makes a humanoid.
Kerrigan, what have they done to you?
But she's sapient. Infest or destroy Raynor's command center. Kerrigan must survive. Oh, that's cool. Definitely know what she looks like outside of cartoon mode. Alright, so that's not the full mission. Got it.
Small.
Now I have new objectives. Yeah, Google Sarah Kerrigan. Let's see what she normally looks
Like Sarah Connor, but Carrion.
Yeah, they both have Kerrigan, it's true. Both have a Sarah. Probably need to do more overlords.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Where? How? Why? Where? What? Come on, baby Zergs, you can do it. Upgrade melee. I can always just upgrade these into a different kind of... It still acts as a creep production if you turn it into a turret, right? May as well have some of these guys at the edges to increase my vision. I feel like I used to see a thing where overlords would like spill creep underneath them. Is that a StarCraft 2 thing or something? Do Hydralisks now, so let's definitely do that. Sure, I'm protecting both sides here. Try to speed up, probably. Not a StarCraft one thing.
Yes, Senator.
Zerg has a bunch of cool abilities. She can still cloak, because she's still a ghost. It's neat. Snare is like a slow, I take it. Evolution complete. Correspondence. Now, if I mutate into a lair that blocks me from continuing to do normal shit with it, yeah, okay. Oh no, it looks like I can still select larva. Interesting. So I did Hydralisk down, did evolution chamber. I need a lair for the other upgrades, so I'll have them help gather for now and redirect them later. Go team. You guys did it. Oh, there's more assholes. Can fight them. Good job. Very
Why
proud.
would they send so few? Are they like scouts or something?
Probably, yeah. They're just trying to harass me. Parasite gives you the vision of an enemy unit that you target. Oh, that's cool. But it doesn't do anything else? Does the player know that they've got a thing that you've used the Parasite ability on?
Evolution complete.
Can select larvae individually. In case you didn't want to make too many of a thing. If you just wanted one overlord. Okay, so we definitely want overlord transportation. Do some more Hydralisks. Hydralisks. And all being down here is probably fine. So I want to grab one of these guys and build something new. Advanced build, we want Spire, which lets us make Mutalisks. I really like the drones become the building. That's such a cool twist. Queen's Nest. Evolution complete. Let's keep doing...
We require more minerals.
Yes, yes. Hydralisk upgrades are all done. Looks like the lair makes overlord upgrades. The evolution chamber makes ground unit upgrades. The spire makes mutalisk upgrades. And you get a couple upgrades off the spawning pool, I think, right? Queen Nest. I guess they build really fast. Spawn brooding and snare. Plus 50 queen energy. So spawn broodling just makes Zerglings, or is a broodling a different unit? Let's do flyer attacks. Get that overlord movement now that I see why we should care about that. Queen, Scourge, Mutalisk. Let's do some Mutalisks. Need gas first. Spawning goal is 2 upgrades, one which you can unlock yet. Need a hive. So I don't have access to get to a tier 3 hatchery yet. Okay. I guess there might be an... Is it usually worth trying to track down a expansion? I guess there's... extra minerals up there. Maybe I can send some of these guys up. I don't know if there's a gas expansion though. Now creep is only required for buildings, right? I don't need to have like creep in order for workers to transport stuff. Spawn birdling converts enemy infantry unit into a pair of units you control. Cool. Computer wasn't expecting that, it turns out.
All forces are under attack.
Evolution completes. So working on the Spire evolution. I don't really care about any micro abilities. Seem to be very bad about activating them. You can do Overlord sight range. Why not? Alright, I'm feeling pretty good about this, actually. You know, I'm still not very good at it, but I don't feel completely hopelessly terrible. It's just kind of like looking back down on how far I've climbed up the mountain from, like, the first episode of StarCraft. Playing at a higher speed, I feel like I'm managing different things at the same time slightly better. So... probably need to leave a bunch of notes to my future self and even just write them down. So while stuff's being gathered here, actually I'm gonna make a bunch of Zerglings so I got all these extra minerals. Hey Scald, how you doing? Future Marstead. You're getting pretty decent with Zerg. The key message here is that Overlords are super tanky, so you want to quickly get a lair and then upgrade the lair so that you can make Overlords faster and allow them to carry units. You're going to load the Overlords up like drop ships. Get them as close to the enemy as possible, especially versus Terran, close to their siege tanks, and then drop them right on top of the siege tanks. The difference between dropping right on top of them and dropping a few meters away is like the difference between life and death. Lair should be an early goal. Try to do as many of these evolutions as you can in the meantime. They obviously make a pretty big difference. Mutalisks are pretty strong when you have a big ball of them along with your army. They can just kind of go in there and destroy ground units, especially siege tanks, but make sure that you're not sending in like a Mutalisk. You want to have a full army in front of you. The objective in this mission is to keep Sarah Kerrigan alive, so basically just don't use her. And now you have to go defeat the base over here. You have queens now that are able to spawn broodlings and enemy units. So you could try using that ability with your 2 queens. You can also infest their base once it's at red and then produce some dangerous exploding suicide units. But I think that's about everything. You know, 3 drones, 2 of Vespene gas, space, lots and lots of drones for crystals. Get as many minerals as you can. Make more overlords as you need them. Be sure to realize that overlords are not just supply and vision units, they're also offensive units in the form of dropships. Cool.
Right, now you're doing the linguistics game, right?
That's right.